Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures and welcome back to my channel. At last I'm back in my craft room. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to get in here to actually do any crafting, let alone do a film a video. So it's really nice to be back in here. The room is all, I think all the decorating has now been done. There's still a lot of clearing, tidying up to do. So I've still got a pile of stuff behind me on the floor that's got to be put away because I've got to get some more storage and get some shelves up. So all of that's hopefully going to happen in the next week. And then I can hopefully get myself really organised and make more regular videos. But I was really keen to just get in here and at least make something, do something with you. And I thought the ideal project for today will be to Roxys Weekly challenge. I was really pleased to see that come back. I really enjoyed it when she did it the year before last. So I thought, well, I'll just make a video doing week one. I'm going to try and do week two as well so that I catch up a bit because we've already had the first 2 weeks. So I think I'll make a start and then I'll tell you what I've been doing over the last week or so. So what she was making was what she's called 4 pockets out of 1 book page. So I need to start off. I'm not going to do the timer. I think by the end of the challenge last time, it was a bit pointless because I was just never getting anything done. But I will try and see how much I can make try to do it under the hour. Well, certainly under the hour, but if I can, in about 45 minutes. But I don't know if I'll manage it without doing editing anyway. So I've just got I've got an old book. Well, I don't know how old this book is, but this is just a book I was saving to use as a glue book. But I've been using up my old work diaries as my glue books up until now. So I haven't actually got around to using this, but it's really quite nice, quite thick paper. So I thought it'd be quite good. It's fairly robust to make pockets out of. So I'll just tear out a few pages. I'm not going to aim to make very many because I know that it will take me ages. I'm not going to do... I don't know how Rachel does it. She made 6 in 40 minutes. I have no expectation of doing anything like that. Maybe I'll get 3 done if I'm lucky. Oh no, I apologise for the state of my nails. I've not had a chance to redo them and they're a complete mess. So just don't look. Don't look at my nails. Right, so I've torn out 4 pages. Highly optimistic. That's no way I'm going to get those done, but they're quite fun to do. I have actually made a few. Well, I've started a few, which I'll show you at the end, because I went to my craft club this week for the first time. The new craft club, I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, that there is a craft club in the village. It's once a week, and the first one for January was last week, so I went along. And I thought, well, the ideal project would be to make these little pockets because it meant I didn't have to take too much with me because I didn't really know what I'd get done. Right, so I'm not going to worry about these rough edges. I'll tell you about the craft club in a minute. I've got so many things to tell you. So what I've decided is because Rachel did actually reinforce both sides of her pages, but this is thick enough not to need to be reinforced, I don't think, on this side. And I thought what I'd just do is fold this up for the pocket. Rather than trimming that edge, I'll use it as the little bit of reinforcement for the pocket, because pockets are always a little bit more vulnerable. And if I can try and fold it up straight, I know she had trouble folding straight as well, because I think especially when you're folding it quite narrow, it's actually quite hard to make a straight fold. As long as it lines up at the side, I think we'll go with that. So I'm gonna do 3. I know I've torn out 4, but I think I'm going to aim to at least make 3, try and get 3 decorated. So I'm just going to do it the way she did and just do everything in a sort of mass making style. And just do the folding and then the gluing, and then we'll see where we go from there. So let's just get these little edgy bits folded up, and then I'll make them into the pockets. So that's 1, 2, 3. Put this one aside. I'm never going to make more than 3, even if I get those 3 done. So yeah, so I took some of these to my little craft club. It's just a 2-hour thing, and you think, oh, in 2 hours I could get loads done. No. If any of you have ever been to a craft club, there's not a great deal of crafting going on. Actually, I wonder if I could, I might, no, I think that'll be all right. I've just got this dark line here. I don't know whether I'll be able to, I'll have to try and cover that up, I think. Yeah, it was a really friendly, lovely bunch of ladies. There was quite a lot of us. There must have been 15 to 20 ladies there, which, you know, was for a village, is quite impressive, really. I mean, I don't know if they all came from the village. I suspect some of them come from further around. But I didn't actually get to speak to everybody. I spoke to quite a few people. I mean, but mostly because I started getting these bits out, and people were obviously, because I'm new, they were quite interested in what I was doing. So I had taken a couple of my journals with me. So I took the boho journal and I took my Christmas journal from last year, just to give them an idea, because I thought, well, chances are most of them won't have heard of junk journaling, which was true. And so I just took those couple of things for people to look at if they were interested, and a lot of people did. They were quite interested in what I'd done, because obviously when you're starting off with a bit of book page and you're just folding it, it doesn't look like much, and it's hard to imagine what it could possibly be leading to. But so I thought it might be quite interesting for perhaps them to see the kind of end result of what what we might be aiming to do. And yeah, they were ever so friendly. Had some lovely chats with different ladies. Drank coffee. So as you can probably tell, not a lot of crafting got done. But I think once I'm settled in there and they, people are used to me, and we can probably craft and chat at the same time. But because I kept getting out my books and showing people and talking people through it. Right, so I've done. Sorry, I just have to keep interrupting myself. So I've done those three. Whoops, glue that down a bit more, and I'm going to fold them up into pockets. Yes, fold it into pockets first. So how much pocket do we want? Want enough of a pocket to be able to tuck something into. I might vary the size of the pockets. Right, so there's that one. So I'm just have to go and try and make sure I cover up that dark line, which I'm not very keen on. Maybe I chose the wrong piece to use, I don't know. Whoops. Yeah, so it was a really nice morning. They were very welcoming, and it sounds like they're going to have some fun events coming up over the year. They're talking about, well, they're going to try and do monthly workshops. So different people who are doing different crafts will run workshops to share what they do with other people, so some of them I will join in with, depending on what they are. The one they've got next, I think I'm not going to do, because it looks very fiddly and I don't think my hands would be up to it. But it looks really good. It's like make a little charm for your scissors. Right, I've just got to glue down. Got to concentrate on what I'm doing as well as chatting. Now I've got to find my glue. Where is it? Yep. Just going to glue down these edges. I mean, the actual construction of these is really quick. They're amazing. They're a really good idea as well. And I've never made round the page pockets like this before. I've seen other people make them lots of times, but I've never actually done them myself. So it'd be quite nice to have a little stash and I'm going to try and decorate them in different styles or different colour schemes and things, so that they are usable in different any different journal I might make. I have no idea what I'm going to do this year. I have no plans. Well, I've got a vague idea about one or two things. I think I'm going to start small when I do get back into regular making, other than Roxys Weekly Challenge, because when I did it before, I made it an extra video and still did my 2 a week on whatever project I was working on, and made this an extra video. But at the moment, this is the only video I can get my head around making. because I've got to really think about what I want to do. And a lot of my crafty goodies are still packed in boxes, because until we've got the place decorated and I need to get some new storage, I can't unpack everything. Right, so I'm going to fold it back on itself, the way Rachel did. I'm not very well, that pocket doesn't look very well aligned, so I might just have to trim it a little bit. It's a little bit poking out. Yes, it's not particularly straight somewhere along the line, so I might just trim it up a little bit. It's probably in the original folding that there's been a slightly gone off kilter, I suspect, but you can soon sort it out. Just trim it up, and then you're done. Okay, so that's one. Let's do the next one, and then we'll see what we do about a bit of decorating. I mean, she didn't do very complicated decorating. It's one of those things you create the bases, and then you can add more things when you use them in a journal. I don't know quite how far I'll take the decorating. I quite like to embellish, but we'll see. None of these seem to be quite ending up totally lined up. So I line up the bottom, and I've ended up with it not quite lined up at the top. And obviously the top should be correct, but it's clearly somewhere along the line I haven't folded very straight, but it doesn't matter. I'll just trim it a bit, and then no one will ever know. Okay, get rid of those bits. Okay, so that's my 3. I'm going to leave it at that, because I think that's as much as I can decorate in one sitting, even if I get those done. I didn't get even much further than this, even in the 2 hours that I was... I'll show you what I did in the 2 hours that I was at the craft club. Right, so I'm going to use what I did. I sorted out some papers to take with me, and I've still got them in this folder and a few other bits. So I thought, well, I might as well just use those, because it saves me going through all my different folders trying to find some papers. Because as you know, I have no scraps at the moment. Well, I've obviously got a few bits of small, large scraps. A lot of this is Roxy Creations paper. But on the whole, I have very few scraps, because I got rid of them all, didn't I, before I moved? Right, so I love this paper. This is her samplers collection. I think she's probably done more than one, but I think this was her first one, and it's got some really lovely patterns on it. So I think, where's my ruler? I think I'm going to pick out this bit here. I have no idea what sort of journal it would go in, but I just think it's so pretty. I think, is this going to be too wide? Yeah, I may have to tear it there. And just tear it down here, I think. Okay, so there's that bit. So that's covered almost the whole of it. Actually, I might just tear this down at the side, because I don't need that bit. Make it just a little bit smaller, and then I can get some other little, maybe a little label or something on as well. There we are. So I'll put that bit there. Now I could put this piece at the bottom as well. I'll do that bit. Let's just tear this bit off, and we'll see how it looks. I probably need to use a smaller ruler. Maybe that would make life a bit easier. Have I got a little ruler? Yeah, I've got this little one here. I'll just use that bit. Where was I going to tear it? There. Whoop. Still slipping. No, this isn't working. Maybe that way. That's better. I like some of these little bits as well. I'm not going to throw that away. I've got a little pot of all the tiny pieces. I'm going to see if I can use some of them. That way. That way. I don't like them. Too much red at the top. Just going to tear that down a bit more. Quite like the tree at the side. I'm going to tear that there. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, let's try this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's nothing new. Let's see. So it's quite a sort of neutral background in a way. I might just do a little bit of inking around some of the pieces, just to make them stand out a little bit more. Just light inkage. Right, so yeah, so as I mentioned, the craft room is decorated now. So it was okay. I was okay to be in here when Richard was doing the walls, because he was just moving things a bit as he moved around. But then he's been doing the window frames. So I couldn't really have my desk under the window, and when we had to keep, and everything was packed away, so it was getting a bit difficult to come in here anyway. And then last week we couldn't do any decorating because a certain small person called Alyssa got chicken pox. She was off school all last week with chicken pox, so Nana and Grandad were looking after her, because Mummy and Daddy, they both actually had very busy weeks at work, and they really couldn't take time off. I think Jenny managed to take a little bit of time off. So we went there actually every minute of the day, and I was able to go to my craft club because she took that morning off. I mean, she didn't know I was going to craft club. It just was just a bit of luck that I was able to go because she took the morning off. But the rest of the time we were there, so we had her here for one day. But I think it really unsettled her, this being at home, but Mummy and Daddy not able to be with her. So there were a couple of days when we were doing the handover where she got really upset and clingy to Mum and didn't want Mummy to leave her and things, and she's not normally like that. But I think she's used to when she's there and Mummy and Daddy are there, she has their full attention usually, and not being able to be with them, even though they were at home, she didn't like it at all. But we managed to distract her, and oh, what's this? What's that doing in there? Yeah, we had some nice time with her. We had a few difficult times with her as well, but mostly she was very good, and we had a nice week. It just meant that there was no time to do anything else really that week. So the decorating was on hold, and everything else was on hold too. So yeah, but it's what we're here for. It's why we moved here, so that we could be on hand if needed. Now I've just got to concentrate for a minute. What I'm going to do here, I think I want something a bit neutral, like perhaps some ephemera piece of ephemera of some sort. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and perhaps do a piece of this. It'll be a bit different. this is from. Oh, it's the back of something. Ooh, I can choose which side I want to use, can't I? Right, so I'll just tear that to about there. Anyway, well, hopefully she'll be all ready to go back to school tomorrow, and life will return to normal. So I thought, well, I'll at least get in and do this video before any more crises occur. Yeah, I might just do that. Okay. Get rid of the white. Do that on there. And then I thought perhaps I might use a piece of this Tim Holtz linen tape. Oh, the colour doesn't really go, does it? It's very different. Not on that one then, maybe on another one. What can I use on here? See if I've got any little something that would look okay on that bottom piece. A bit of green, it's quite nice. That way, it's a bit dark. So that, I've got a bit of doily here. Looks like it's coffee guide doily. I don't know if I'll use that, but I'll get it out. No. A few little, lots of scraps of goodness knows what. No, that doesn't really go on there either. I'm being super picky now. Oh, I wonder about some Florentine paper. Maybe I could put a bit of that on there. That might go quite nicely. I knew this bit would take me ages. So I'm going to go for that, and I might put something else on there. A bit of that, some green, all that on top of the green. Just tear this roughly. Put that on there. That there. I might just do a little something else. Well, I'm just doing the paper at the moment, and then there might be a bit more decoration to come afterwards. Let's just try it. No, I don't want to do that bit. I'm not going to change my mind. Where'd my glue go? That's the next glue. That's the new glue. This is the old glue. Yeah, so it's been a funny old week, really. We've been right out of our routine. But you know, it's been good. It's good to feel we're here. You know, we've been able to help. There we are. A bit of that. Bit of this green. It's just a bit of packaging, but I quite like the colour. Where is it? Here. I think it was probably wrapped around some flowers or something like that at some point. And I rather liked, particularly this lighter green, I like this colour. So yesterday we actually, because yesterday, Saturday, I don't know what we were thinking, we tried to go to IKEA. That was a really silly idea. Yeah, we drove to IKEA. It takes us about 40 minutes-ish from here to get to IKEA. So it's not a long journey by any means. But yeah, it was so busy. Saturday afternoon, probably the worst time we could have chosen to go. But we haven't really... we'd been once, I think, before on a Sunday, and it was fine. So I don't think we really realised. And also the IKEA near where we used to live was always okay. You could always get in, whatever day of the week. It never seemed to get... I mean, it was busy, but it was never like it was yesterday. We went round and round the car park, and it was chocker. Everywhere we went, there were people waiting to park. So any space that came up was being grabbed really quickly. So we had a couple of circuits and gave up. And went off to did a little bit of supermarket shopping. We didn't need much, just a few bits. So we went and did that because there was a supermarket nearby. And then we went and had a look at some flooring for in here. We went to a flooring shop and had a look. So now we're more confused than ever. We're trying to find something that will be hard wearing but smooth and not, non-slip and all of that. So we've seen some that we think would do quite well. We just got to do a bit of measuring up. Right, so that's the basis. I think I'll just leave it at that for now. Decorate the next one. Now, what shall I use for this one? Let's go a bit more colourful for the next one. See what I've got in here. I've got all sorts of papers that I've picked out. Some are from Rachel at Roxys Weekly Challenge, from Rachel at Roxys Creation. Quite a few. I've got quite a lot of shabby dabby doodah papers that I really like that I haven't used yet. So this is from one of her kits. Can't remember which one. But she has so many pretty kits. Might just do this bit of floral up here. Where are we? Oh, there's this. That's a bit too long, isn't it? Let's just tear this down. Where are we? Or maybe I'll just tear it willy-nilly. Go willy-nilly. Why not? And I want it a bit straighter at the top, I suppose. And at the side, this is probably a bit too big. We'll see. Okay, let's see what this looks like. How are we doing for time? Not too bad. Okay. Let's do that. Actually, let's do it that way around first. Ooh, got a bit wet. Quite sure what that is, but never mind. Alright, so we could do that. Just going to just tear it down a little bit more. Go there. And something else underneath. Don't want it overly matchy-matchy. Got this nice piece of Florentine paper I could put somewhere. And a piece of music. No, it's a bit white, a bit too white. What's that? This feels like scrapbook paper. Would that go? Yeah, not really. No. Not quite what I want. No. Sorry about the break. I had to do a quick battery change. My battery died, and also I had to take the sleeves off my onesie. It's really thick, and I'm sitting up here and the sun's coming in the window and I'm getting hot, which is unusual because it's actually quite cold out at the moment. Right, so I think I'm going to do that. I've got this piece here. I think that was the piece I tore off, but I quite like the colour there. I might just do a bit of that. Just tear that off. See if that, oh, no, it's not. That's too small, or too big, sorry. Okay, will that go on there? And I could do, actually I want to do it that way round, and then have this piece going across here. I love this piece. It's probably the last tiny piece of this particular Florentine paper. I've used it a lot. I used it a lot in my paper bag journal, and it's really pretty. I think it's the last bit I've got left. So I'm going to put it on here because I think it goes all right. I'm going to put that there. So let's do that. Where's my book? I think this is a bit gluey. Right. I do not know how Rachel got so many done in 40 minutes. I really don't. Because I feel like I'm going as fast as I can, and I'll be lucky to get 3 done. I don't think I even will. We will see. I don't know if she did the... Oh, I keep picking up the wrong one. That one, I'm not using that one until this one's finished. Right, let's do it. I think this is either it's either her musical kit. Or no, I don't think this is Covent Garden. Can't remember the names of all the kits that I've bought now. I had them a little while and I haven't had a chance to use them. This is a Shabba Dabba Doodah kit. And this is just a piece of ephemera that I can't remember where that came from either. I just haven't got myself back into my stuff and getting familiar with my things again, because everything is just all over the place. I mean, there's several boxes I still haven't even unpacked. So none of my ready-made ephemera, my to-do box with all my bases and things that I've got that I really want to start working in again, that's not been unpacked yet either. So that's making life a little bit tricky, because I would quite like to do some videos just making a few things from my to-do box, which is overflowing. At least last time I saw it was, but that was probably sometime in October. Last time I saw my to-do box. It's probably when I packed it. And I haven't had it out since, so I really want to get everything out and put on. I'm going to have some shelving up to the side of me, and I'm going to get a narrow Billy bookcase for some more bits, and I haven't quite decided where what's going to go on those things yet. But it'll be fun to unpack. And the big unit that lives on the wall behind me, that's all empty at the moment because it had to be moved for the painting. So that stuff has all been packed up. So yeah, I've got very little actually available other than all the Christmas stuff. Christmas is still all around me. But I will just do that in my own time, because I'm sure everybody else has moved on from Christmas. except me. I'm still plodding on with my little journal. Well, even that I haven't been able to do for over a week. Because of the small spotty one. Right, what's on the other side? Let's see, got that. This is also from the same kit. I wonder if I can use a bit of that or that. Maybe, not sure. Just tear a piece off. See where I use it. I might use it at on the bottom this time. Maybe that. Don't know. What about a bit of lace? Could use a piece of this in conjunction with something else, maybe, because it'd go quite nicely with this kit, wouldn't it? I love this piece of lace. I bought this in a little haberdashery in Hitchin, which is near where we live, and that is really pretty along there. So I might do that in conjunction with this piece of paper. Just need something in the background, don't I? Oop. That wasn't very straight, was it? Don't think it mattered. No, I think I need to straighten it up. Okay. Up there. Just a little bit off the bottom here. Can go on there. And then I just need something behind. Ooh, what about this? Nope, not wide enough. Let's see what else I've got in the. I'm wondering about a piece of this. That would look nice. I like this jaggedy edge, so I'm going to keep that. So put that there, and I just need that about here. Let's try that. Yep, it was never going to be very long till the lace came out, was it? I wonder if I can do it that way up so you can get the little bit of, yeah, I quite like that little jaggedy edge. I'll put that at the bottom. Okay, let's do that. And then that one's almost done, really. Doesn't need a lot more doing to it, does it? Just do a little bit of ink around the edges, just to stay consistent. Oops. Let's see. Probably quite near the 40 minutes already. Never mind, let's just plough on. And this piece, don't think I need to do the top edge because that's going to be covered up. Let's just do this little bit along the edges. There we go. Alright. right across there. I'm going to add this straight away, just because I love it. I just think it goes nicely with this, the style of this particular paper. Whoop. I really need to put this on a card so it's more manageable. Right, I don't know which way around it needs to go. Probably that way, I think. Right, next challenge, get the Fabri-Tac to work. Haven't used this for a while, so I'll have to see if I can get it to come out. Will you come out to play today, Fabri-Tac? Well, if I squeeze it really hard, it will. Oh, it is coming out. Jolly good. Never can be sure. I think I need to top up that bottle as well. Right, let's pop that on here. So I'll turn it over, it'd be easier. Right. I think I'd like to just put a couple of extra bits on these too, and maybe it's all I'm going to get done today. Otherwise we're going to run out of time. And I'd like to put a little bit of decoration on the two. Not decoration as such, but perhaps a couple of labels maybe. And maybe I'll finish this one another time. So, no, I really like these anyway. I like the colours. Well, actually, the colours are quite similar, even though they're very different kits. I seem to have gone for similar colours. Well, that one's very neutral. So what can we put on there to make it a bit more vibrant? So I've got all these labels and bits of ephemera by Tina. It's one of her kits. So there's that. Quite a big label. But there's a big blank space really, isn't there, at the top there? Maybe that would work. It's a bit big. A bit big. Let's see, what else have we got? But I like the colour. Maybe that would be, that might work better. And then I need some little circular thing, I think. Oh, maybe a little stamp. I've got my stamps out. Shall we see if we can find a nice stamp to go on here? Birds. How about a bird? Is that going to go? Not quite. What about this one? Oh, I like that on there. Okay, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to try and make some quick decisions. It's not my it's not my forte. But it's the name of the game with the Roxys Weekly Challenge. You just got to make some quick decisions and just go with it. How about that? And this one. If I was doing this off camera, I'd probably take half an hour just to make a decision on the stamp. And then I'd probably put something behind it, and yeah, it would take twice as long at least. Right, so, and the other thing I want to do, I want to do the little thumb notch. Now that I've finished, I can do that. Is that in the middle? More or less. That's got several layers now. Yep. And I'm going to just ink at the edges. I can't help myself. Just feel it needs it. And the bottom. Okay. So that's one side. Let's just get rid of that lid. And let's have a look at the other side. I don't know if I need much on here. I need something across, something here. I'm thinking washi tape, but I don't know if I've got the right ones out. Oh, about a piece of this. This has got the right colour. Now, is it going to tear? I think it's quite old, this one. I'm not sure how long I've had it. Yeah. Let's try again. Oh, I don't know if this is going to peel at all. I think it might have got too gluey. Nope, this isn't going to work. Maybe I'll just put that little piece on. I should put that. Maybe I'll just put that little bit there. Okay, that'll have to do. And a teeny tiny label or something like that. Got some these are all part of Tina's kit. But these are the teeny tiny, so I've separated them out, otherwise they'll all get lost in that big box. What about this blue one? Or have a little red one. That work? Red or blue? Or neither? Nope. Too blendy. There's a cute little blue one here. Where do I want that? That one. Oops. Let's put these back. I have made another one of my little booklets, you know, like the one I used just now, that had the stamps in. One of these. I've made another one for these labels, so it makes them easier to find. But I just haven't put the vellum pockets in yet. Just haven't had a chance to do it. I'll stick this down properly. Put that there. There. Yep. Just going for it. It's a bit mad. But such it is. Let's see what else I can find. I've got some smaller labels. I wanted something circular, or oval might work. Up here. How does that look? Is that too big? Got another oval one here. I think I need something contrasting in colour a bit more. But the oval ones all seem to be red for some reason. These are all falling out. Anything else? Oh, what about one of these numbers? Don't make a change. That colour? No. That one. Possibly. These are Shabba Dabba Doodah numbers. Oh, maybe the blue would be quite good because that'll bring out the blue in the bird. Yes, that's the colour. There we are. That one's done. Just trim off that little bit of washi. Where's my other glue? Yeah, the scissors. Okay. Right, so yeah, a bit different. That one's done. Finishing touches for this one. Let's see what we can find. Anything in here that would work? So it's labels and some pieces of ephemera. Some small, some a bit larger. Quite a collection in here. Don't know if any of these will work. A bit blendy. Kind of drawn towards the red again, which is a bit samey, isn't it? But there is a lot of reddy, pinky red in this. It's too big. Pinky red in this kit. Maybe a green. Maybe a green would be good. Like that. Let's see what else I've got. Let's have a look in here. Got numbers. Got these. Maybe something like this would be better. It's a bit smaller. No, I quite like that. I think that'll be it. That's all I need in there. Okay, I think this might be on label paper. I'm just going to cut off those little corners. A la Rachel, she would have cut off these corners as well, I think. Just makes it a little less imposing as a label. Oh yes, these ones were on label paper. Right, so I can get rid of it. Cut the corner off. Okay, so that little piece can just pop in there. Yeah, well, I've got to do me hole punch. Let's just do a bit of that. Okay. Okay. Quick bit of inking, and I think that'd be it for this side. I could always ink afterwards, can't I? Okay, let's not worry about that for now. So that one, I think we'll leave that as it is. There's always room for more. Definitely needs something here. And I think that will do it. Get me being super speedy. This is on. Yep, I think this is on label paper. I'm not entirely sure. Yep. And that's going to go on there. Okay. I think we'll call that a day. We'll call that a challenge completed. 2 pockets made. But in under the hour, not necessarily in the 40 minutes that I would have liked, but you know me, I don't get things done as quickly as I would like. Never have. So I've got those 2. I'll just show you quickly what I managed to achieve in 2 hours. Sorry about my arm reaching across. I'm just grabbing the things I made at the craft club the other day. So that's those 2. I managed to make 2 blank ones. So I did 3, the same, but only got one of them even started on the decorating. That's all I managed to achieve. I mean, that's pathetic. I made 3 and did some of the decorating, but didn't even manage to finish it. So actually I managed to do, I did a bit better today. By just finishing those. I actually quite like those. I'm really quite pleased with those in the end. Like the colours. sometimes it's a good idea just to make some quick decisions and not faff about too much. So there we are. That's Roxy's Weekly Challenge for this week number 1. 4 pockets from one piece of book page. And I will come back hopefully in the next video and do week 2. So then I'll be hopefully caught up. And I'll try and keep up with her. I can't guarantee I'll always manage it. But I will certainly do my best to keep up with this, because I really enjoy her challenges, because it takes me out of my comfort zone a bit. And it's good to make some things that you perhaps wouldn't have made otherwise. So that's it. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.